welcome to Cinematic Sarcastic, the podcast that talks all things movies and television. I'm Natalie, and I'm your host. On today's episode, we are going to talk about The Adam Project. This is one of Ryan Reynolds' latest films. It was one that did not hit theaters. I don't think it ever was meant to. It's a Netflix original film, I believe. But this one was one that I was not expecting to be super great, which sounds terrible because I know Ryan Reynolds is an amazing actor, but I guess I just wasn't expecting him to be on something from Netflix or for me to enjoy it as much. Like when I saw the trailers for it, I was intrigued, but definitely thought it was going to be more of like a children's movie. I'm trying to think of like a comparison of what I was imagining it would be, but this one turned out to be much better than anticipated. I very much enjoyed this one. I've watched it several times. I think this is one that is it's just enjoyable no matter how many times you see it. It definitely has that humor that Ryan Reynolds always brings to the table, but it's got some tender moments, some things that really kind of are tearjerkers, at least for me. I'm definitely the type of person that gets, in depth in a movie, and I will cry at like the drop of a hat if something in a movie is sad. So this one definitely got me crying for sure with the dynamic between like him and his dad. So The Adam Project, for anyone who hasn't seen it, is Ryan Reynolds, who plays Adam Reed, and he is from the future. I want to say the time when the movie starts is 2050 or 2055. It's somewhere, far in the future. And he has stolen a spaceship. Time travel is a thing in the future of 2050. And so he steals the spaceship and he's trying to get back to 2018 to rescue his girlfriend, Laura Shane, who is played by Zoe Saldana, who is genius. I love her. Who doesn't love her? She's played in so many movies and I feel like she just kicks butt in all of them. She is not in The Adam Project for very much of the film, but her, like what she brings to it, her dynamic is just, I love every second she's on the screen. So Ryan Reynolds is trying to get back to kind of save her, find out what happened to her. And he ends up like getting shot. His spaceship crashes and he ends up crashing in 2022 and meets his younger self, played by Walker Scobell. And I have to say, the casting, whoever was the casting person for The Adam Project deserves like all kinds of awards, because the young Ryan Reynolds, or like the young Adam Reed, spot on. That little boy is amazing. I feel like there are not very many child actors that just have this comfortable, easy nature playing characters, and Walker definitely has it. I think that he has got a very promising career ahead of him. There were a lot of times in the film that I was like, oh, he's just baby Ryan Reynolds. Like, he's gonna be the next Ryan Reynolds, because he's so funny. He's got, just this great personality, and he plays the character really well. It like definitely, ties in. You can feel the emotion from him with just some of the story points and stuff. And so Ryan Reynolds and Walker, as both older and younger Adam Reed, kind of go on this venture to help Ryan Reynolds get where he's supposed to go. And it turns into kind of a different mission of really destroying the ability to do time travel in the first place. And it's really one of those movies that I think is it's just a feel-good film. I think it's one that would be great for a date night. It would be great to sit down and watch with your kids, if you have them. It's one of those films that just has so much heart in it. And that shouldn't really surprise me, because Ryan Reynolds, Not that he ever was a bad actor, but certainly some of his earlier films, he was just doing kind of whatever he could get his hands on. And I know he's done a few interviews where he was like, it was a long climb, to his fame, that he wasn't like an overnight success like some movie stars. Like it was a journey for him through his movie career and through acting to get to the point where he is now. And now you can really see it. Like you can really see it in his projects, how much passion he has just for filmmaking in general, just what he brought to like Deadpool. And what was the last one that he did? Free Guy, which was outstanding. Like I laughed in that one so much. I think I saw it in the theaters like 3 times. And The Adam Project really is just one of those Ryan Reynolds picks. Like, he probably at this point doesn't have to take a film that he doesn't believe in, and it shows in the way that he acts in those films. So definitely would recommend. I think I will for sure be watching it again in the not so distant future. It's just a great one to sit down and watch. So let me know what you thought of The Adam Project. Subscribe if you want to join the Movie Nerd family. Join me on Instagram at Cinematic Sarcastic Podcast, and I hope to see you in the next episode.